Hello everyone! Welcome to Downtown Tailoring. You know, I have noticed recently that some people are under the impression that if you need to shorten a jeans a little bit, like a half an inch or so, you can't do Eurohem, but you know what? You can, and I'm showing you how. So let's go! These are my customer's Bermuda's jeans, and she asked me to shorten them by just one hem. And of course, she wanted Eurohem. And look at that. Those hems are not really too wide, so we are talking about shorten them about half an inch. Although this is not the most difficult job, we have to try to do it well, right? So my first step, of course, is to open the original hem. In this case, I have chain stitch, which is so easy to open. The lower thread and the upper thread are different. That's why I cannot keep it. So I'm going then to take the upper thread and I'm going to reserve it for later because I'm going to use it as a sample to choose the right thread for sewing my jeans. Make sure that it's all secure because sometimes I lose it. And I'm gonna clean every little thread that I couldn't clean it. When you clean very well your hem, your final results are way better. So I'm ready to start working and I'm gonna take my pants and I'm gonna put it inside out because it will be way easier to work that way. And let me show you something. Look, this is the mark of the original stitch. You see, if I go to the other side, yeah. And this is very important because I'm gonna make my second stitch just right beside of this one. I'm gonna leave around 2 millimeters, a little bit more than 1/16. And I'm gonna mark 3 lines, like a one will be just besides and then half an inch divided in the center at 1/4. Because remember that I need to shorten those pants by half an inch only. And of course, I don't need to make any lines because I can just follow the guides in my machine. Oh, I think so. So I'm now in my machine and I'm gonna do lines just for showing to you. Like I'm gonna mark like a tuck of half an inch and I'm gonna go what I call the corners, but it's the side seams. And what I do first is my side seam. So in this case, it's the easiest. I'm going to insert my pin that goes in between the seams and I'm making sure that goes all the way and then go back to the other side. And then I'm gonna lift my foot and I'm gonna place my fabric and drop the needle before dropping the foot. That way I make sure that the fabric don't move too much when the foot drops. And then I'm gonna stitch that little bit and then I'm gonna confirm that the side seams are aligned, and in this case very good, so I can go and do the same at the other side, which is a little bit more difficult because now we are talking layers. Yes, there are so many layers of fabric there that is a little bit trickier, but you just do it slow and steady and it might be, oops, this one is not good. It's not bad, but it's not great. So you just simply open it and doing again until you feel satisfied. So now that is better, yeah, now it's good. I can go ahead and do my whole line in the whole pants. I told you before that I'm gonna use the guideline of my sewing machine, so I just have to pretty much be just checking that I'm sewing at 1/4 inch and I'm making sure that my stitch are just right besides of the original stitch, like about 2 millimeters. This is the secret to get the most beautiful Eurohem, because this is the way that you will hide that the hem is not really the original. You will see the results later. So now that is all done, as you can see, This is my original stitch, and the stitch I did is just besides, and I have the tuck there that I will tuck it inside my hem later. But before, I'm gonna do the other side, and now is the time to find a very good matching thread. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, sometimes that is not an easy job because there are so many colors, so similar, but just a tiny bit different. For example, this one is almost good, and this one too. So I'm just trying to think which one I can use to produce a better color, but now I found a great color. This one will be great, and my jeans will look completely original. So I'm putting my thread on my machine, and I'm gonna now take my pair of pants, and as you can see, it's a little bit thick. You know, this, I would recommend that job for jeans that are not really too thick, but these are like just in the extreme of what I can do, so I did it. So I cut the excess of material because it's just too much, but if the fabric were a little bit thinner, I might have cut it, I might not, just because of the redo, you know. Well, but now I cannot go back. Remember, the hammer trick is great to accommodate the fabric for jeans. Remember, if you are sewing in your domestic machine, make sure to use an 18 needle, and if it's necessary, use the button trick. When I put the fabric, I make sure to tuck inside the hem the excess of the fabric, and something that is very important is to fold very well in the original way the hem. That way you will get greater results. As you can see here, the top part and the inside part of the hem are pretty well aligned, and the seams are pretty much in the original point. I just finished my first leg, and of course I'm gonna make the other, and I'm gonna repeat using all my tricks. And here you go, this is the hem. Who would say that those jeans has been shortened? Some of my friends or colleagues sometimes say that this is too much work to get just half an inch, but I am the opinion that if the customer want it and they are willing to pay for that job, I'll be very happy to do it. Let me know in the comments if you will do that hem for yourself. I'm very proud of this hem because it looks so original, so untouched. If you find this video useful, please give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment. Bye!